Welcome to Golden Software's video training for Surfer 11. Surfer is a versatile gridding, contouring, and surface mapping software package. In this demonstration, I'll be covering saving, exporting, and printing. Click File, Open, and select the file called contours.srf. You can save a file for future use by going to File, Save, or Save As. Since this was already previously saved, I'll select Save As. Select the location where you wish to save the file. Give the file a name and click Save. You can also export the project to many different file formats for use in other programs. Click File, Export, and you can export to vector files such as AutoCAD DXF files, Golden Software files, vector PDFs, MapInfo MIFs, or ESRI shapefiles, or you can export to raster formats such as JPEGs or TIFFs. You can also export to georeferenced image formats such as GeoTIFFs. If you have a single layer in your project, you can go directly to File Export. If you have multiple objects in your project such as a color scale, additional maps, or drawing objects, you'll need to select the layer you wish to export. I will export a GeoTIFF. Click File Export. In the Export dialog, choose to save the file in a tagged image TIF format and type in a file name. Check the Selected Object Only checkbox if you selected the layer before going to File Export, and click Save. The Export Options dialog will appear. On the Size and Color page, choose the resolution you wish to export the image in. I'll enter 300 dpi. And a color depth value. In most cases, 24-bit true color is appropriate. Then click the Spatial References tab. Choose the checkbox next to one or more of the 5 supported georeferencing formats. If I check the checkbox next to Internal File Format and click OK, the TIFF will be exported in GeoTIFF format. If I also check the checkbox next to ESRI World File, then a GeoTIFF file will be created in addition to an ESRI TFW file. You can check up to 4 selections. I will leave the defaults on the TIFF options page and click OK to export the image. You can also export contours to a 3D DXF, shape, or an XYZ text file. To do this, select the Contours layer in the Object Manager and click Map, Export Contours. Choose a location to save the file and give the file a name. The Save As Type drop-down menu gives you 4 options. You can choose to save to a 3D DXF file, a 2D shape file, or a 3D shape file, or a text file. Exporting the contours to one of these file formats will only export the contour lines themselves. Both the 2D shape and 3D shape formats export the z-values to the DBF file. The difference is simply how the line is written to the shapefile. The 2D shape exports a 2D polyline type where each vertex along the line comprises an x and y coordinate. The z coordinate for each vertex is only stored in the associated database file. The 3D shape exports a shape polyline z type where each vertex along the line comprises an x, y, and z coordinate. The z-coordinate for each vertex is also stored in the associated database file. Choose the 3D DXF format. The text tables, line colors, and fill properties will be ignored. I'll click Save to export the file. Click File, New, Plot, then click Map, New, Base Map. Select the 3D DXF file and click Open. Click OK in the DXF Import Options dialog. The map is created from simple lines. The colors, text, and other objects were not exported with it. You can then click the line and go to the Info tab in the Property Manager to see the length. You can print your project to any Windows-compatible printer or PDF printer driver by going to File, Print. The Print dialog box gives you the option to set the properties for your printer driver. You can set the number of copies to print, select the print range, which only applies when printing the worksheet window, and the print method. The print method offers you 3 ways to control how the document is printed on the page. Truncate clips all objects that extend past the page margins to the page margins, which are specified in the project under File, Page Setup. If your plot is larger than the page size, only the portion of the plot within the page margins is printed. You also have the option to change the scale of the plot. 100% is the actual size of the plot, 200% is twice as large, and 50% is half as large. Fit to Page automatically reduces the size of the plot so that it fits within the specified page margins for the project. Tile breaks the drawing into page-sized pieces and generates multiple pages of output. This is useful if your plot is larger than your page size. You can print the plot to multiple pages. You can also set the scale of the plot when printing using the tiling printing method and set the overlap amount between the pages. Click OK and the file will be printed. I'll click Cancel to close this dialog. This concludes the video training for saving, exporting, and printing in Surfer 11. If you have any additional questions, please contact Golden Software.